afternoon. Let's see if I can turn this up more. Testing 1, 2, 3. This should be a little bit louder. Testing 1, 2, 3. All right. All right. Let's try this whole stream thing again. Let's see. See if we can get some good results out of this. If this works out, then I will do this more often. So let's see how this goes. Here we are with Taskmaster. Still need to defeat some henchmen, so let's do that. Doesn't matter. I wonder if there's one of these that's really good for henchmen. Could probably do Castle Doom. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that that was a thing. Cube shard available from this mission in 19 hours 22. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that must be what these are for, because I did these earlier. You know, I never realized that was what that meant. Well, in that case, let's do the weapon facility. Actually, don't need a whole lot of these. Checking my... Ooh, I wonder if I can turn on... There we go. Now I can see my FPS. Bouncing around over there. It's not too bad. Stream looks okay. Oh, already? Cool. So all we're doing right now is just getting the henchmen defeated so we can get the daily bonus for that. I already did the daily bonus for Holosim. I have not done Midtown Patrol yet, so we should do that too. Hello, Dr. Octopus. So Taskmaster's kind of fun in that he has abilities that mirror other heroes. You can see I'm a big fan of throwing the shield, like Captain America. The sword strike that I'm using is replenishing my spirit. So that's why I'll occasionally stop and just start swinging my sword for a bit. Actually, a lot of my abilities I think are very similar to Captain America's abilities that I like to use. There are 3 different trees. Let's see here. So Deadly Marksman, he kind of goes after like Punisher or Bullseye, the characters that have weapons, right? That fire weapons. I'm not a huge fan of those kinds of characters. I'm more apt to play a melee character. That's why my other main character is Hulk. I really do prefer the kind of in-your-face The kind of in-your-face action.
Bet I can figure out how this works.
So that's what I'm trying with Taskmaster.
Learn some new moves.
He's really good at just kind of getting in there in the whole thick of things, messing stuff up. One of my main abilities is this leap with the shield that I like doing. There we go. Sometimes I'll do that. I don't know if you noticed, but if I go to throw my shield and all the enemies just kind of like die before my shield, you know, can hit them, what I'll try to do is I'll try to angle Taskmaster so that there ends up being an enemy in the way. I don't know if I can do that with this, but if I like throw it over there and then run over here, see how the shield went to come back to me, but then suddenly there was a robot in the way. So I'll try to do that if I go to throw the shield and there's no targets for it to hit. I don't know if this is the, if what I'm doing is the greatest build. I'm still kind of learning about some of the more finer points of playing this game. I don't have a level 60 character yet. This will be my first. How close am I? I am level 55. And I think I'm just going in a giant circle. Oh, right. Where do I need to go? Alright, so you know how in like Diablo, ooh, I missed that. You can hit tab and it'll bring up a kind of an overlay of the map. You can do that in this game as well. One of the people in charge of this game helped actually develop at least the first Diablo game, I think. I'm not sure. Oh, these guys are really cool. They're called dupes. And is this little... Wow. Okay, that was really fast. There's little alien creatures that you want to beat up before they can get away from you. And they'll drop all sorts of goodies on the ground, like you just saw. They're kind of like pinatas that run away. I totally forgot what I was saying. Oh, Dave Brevik is kind of like the guy in charge here. And he did some work on at least the first Diablo, I think? You know, I'm not quite sure. I'll have to check that. But, so you can see that he brings the experience of this kind of top-down game. This is an action MMORPG. I'm not exactly sure why it's called that, but I've heard people refer to it as that. I mean, I guess, because it's kind of got that comic flavor to it, and there's pretty much always something happening. MMO, and that there are areas where you can have groups of players playing together. You can party with other people. There are kind of like these kinds of dungeon-like things that you can do, which is what I'm doing here. Oh, I missed that. There's like Midtown Manhattan is kind of like a free range area, free roam where you can just kind of run around and beat up bad guys and stuff. And I'll do that in a little bit here as soon as I'm done with these henchmen. You can see that. Hopefully the audio is coming through okay. Last time I tried recording, it was pretty low. So I've increased it quite a bit. The only other concern I have is that my apartment has a very loud air conditioner. So I'm trying to kind of balance it, trying to catch my voice, but not the loud air conditioner that's really not that far away. I probably should have thought a little bit harder about where I place my computer, but it seemed like a really good spot for this room, so that's why it's here. I might try to find some way of muffling that sound if it ends up being too loud on the recording. But 30 more of these guys and we'll be done here. So if you notice, I don't have a whole lot of spirit with Taskmaster, and he runs out pretty quickly. So I do have to spend periods of just swinging my sword. But overall, I think he's a pretty solid character. He has a good bit of damage output, and he can tank up a lot of damage. Right now at level 55, I've got, 9133 defense and 1115 damage. I think that's pretty good, but, not having another character that's this level, I don't know how that's comparable. Oh, this will do it. There we go. Okay, so we did that. Now it's just a matter of trying to find a way to get out of here. Let's see if I can... Oh, I got shot. So I'm using an ability called now Body Slide. I think that's what it's called. It's kind of a weird name. But it's the B key on the keyboard, and it teleports me back to the Adventures Tower.
You pack a whole lot of mean into that little body, short stuff.
I love the little comments from the other heroes when they interact with each other. Right. So. I only have 2 medkits? Oh my goodness. I've been using them.
I
need to
ain't
start
taking orders from some dink in armor.
I need to start stocking them up again. Okay, so stash is pretty much the only thing that you have to buy with real money. It uses the gazillion points. Let me turn off my FPS. It uses the gazillion points to unlock them. If you like pre-order things, like for example, Rogue is coming out. I'm not exactly sure when, but I got a notice in my email earlier that I could pre-order Rogue, so when I did that, so when Rogue comes out, I'll actually get there's a hero specific stash, and I will have the one for Rogue. Do I have any other ones? No, see, I don't think I have any of the other hero-specific stashes. Let's see. But yeah, so the stash is pretty much the only kind of real money. So I pretty much had to pay real money to unlock these. What I'm doing here is when you complete one of the shared quests each day, you get a daily quest loot bonus box, and you'll get a shared quest reward box. I'm just opening up the shared quest reward boxes whenever I'm in an area that I can do that. But I'm going to save these since I'm close enough to 60 that it's not going to be a big deal to save these up. But you can see where it says this loot box will spawn items for your current hero and cannot be opened in a hub. So what I'm going to do is, since it seems to be a kind of a cosmic level, it says can randomly contain almost any item in the game, including cosmic rings, insignias of all types, blah, 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 right? So I want there to be a really good chance of getting some of the cosmic items that I need when I get to level 60. So I'm going to save up these loot boxes. I'm really hoping they don't decay. I didn't ask anyone if they did, but hopefully they don't. So I'm going to hold on to those. I'm going to open my shared quest reward boxes just, for the heck of it. And then I'll go from there. Team ups. I don't know if... I think you can. I think you can purchase team ups with Eternity Splinters. Yeah, you can. Looks like 400. I don't have 400 of these yet. I just spent... Actually, I spent my last kind of batch of them on Taskmaster when I got to 200, and I think that was a really good deal. I mean, Taskmaster is pretty darn powerful at this point, and I'm kind of surprised he's not more expensive. Okay, so yeah, so about Taskmaster. So he has different abilities that mirror some of the other heroes. Photographic reflexes is kind of his big thing. So he, as a character, has studied other heroes and understands how they do different things. So he's studied, Bullseye, Daredevil, Spider-Man, and so he's kind of got these different ways that you can use some abilities that are kind of tailored towards those heroes. I've decided to specialize in Daredevil and Captain America. So I've got, an increased chance to block, increased chance to dodge. So I wanted to be more defensive with this character. Also, his flawless emulation is basically just kind of like across the board defense and dodge and critical rating, statistics. I did not focus on the deadly marksman. Like I said earlier, I'm not a huge fan of the ranged characters. So I never really wanted to kind of mess with these. There are some that are probably pretty useful, like the web net, where you can kind of freeze your enemies in place, but that's probably only really useful if, if you are being a ranged character, you want to freeze them in place, step back, and do some range damage. But I kind of like to be the in-your-face kind of character, so I've got the superb combatant powers here. I haven't placed any points in the movement ability, but just through different various items, I do have a bonus of 12, and that's fine for me. It uses so much spirit to use this ability that I just don't use it that much. What I prefer is to use the shield ability. It does a really nice amount of damage, and it's bouncing around to different enemies. The shield crush is really powerful. It does a lot of damage. You can look at that, how much damage that does. 46 to 69,000 physical damage. And then I've got this kind of melee area of effect ability, which is kind of like one of Daredevil's things. He's got this club that he kind of whirls around his head in a little area of effect. So that's useful if I have a bunch of different minions that are kind of swarming me. I'll hit that to clear my way out of that. And then this rending swings. This is what will recharge my spirit if I need to stop and just start smacking stuff. So so that's how I've kind of geared this character. His ultimate is field exercise, and it's kind of interesting. It's a little confusing, especially for other players that don't realize that's what you're doing, because it basically summons all these different types of basically henchmen that work for you, but they look almost identical to enemies that you would find just running around, say, in Midtown Manhattan. And so, like, when you summon them in the middle of a big fight with a bunch of villains, and there's a bunch of other players there, they're going to start getting confused, and they're trying to shoot my henchmen. Uh, so yeah, I don't know. It'd be nice if they made them look a little different, so people don't get confused as easily. But the henchmen themselves actually do quite a bit of damage, and there's so many of them that they will just easily swarm, a single enemy. Um, so they're really nice to have. It's on a 10-minute cooldown, so it's you save it until you really need it, kind of thing. He's got another ability that is almost like an ultimate. It's called Action, and it really buffs his like damage output and anybody else that's in the area, which is kind of cool. So this little circle appears on the ground, and it kind of buffs everybody up. Um, it also has a 1 minute cooldown, which in fairly difficult fights I can just break this out without having to worry about saving it for a big fight. All right, so that's the explanation. So all I need to do, I think, at this point, yeah, is to go to Midtown. So let's see what our legendary quest is. Let's re-roll this. See if we can't get a Midtown quest. So what I'm talking about here is legendary quest. You can start doing at level 20, and it kind of gives you some mission objectives. When you complete it, you get some bonus experience, some credits, some Odin marks. You can use Odin marks to get some pretty cool end game stuff. So you want to save those. So if I re-roll this, it's going to cost me money, but I've got quite a bit at the moment, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do that. Okay, here we go. This is great. This is a Midtown Manhattan kind of quest. You can do it in the Holosim as well, but Midtown is going to be a great place to do this because I still have to do that Midtown daily. And the fact that it's gigantic enemies, it's not specific types of enemies. So there's lots of different kinds of gigantic enemies that I can take down and get credit for this. Okay, so let's start tracking that. Gigantic enemies. Oh my. 1,000 enemies. That might take a little while. Well, anyway, let's get working on it.
That was just waiting to be exploded.
So this is what's kind of crazy about Midtown, is this is an open area, so other players can be here. And stuff just spawns, and stuff can get kind of crazy. What on earth? That was interesting. Alright.
No.
So you can party if you want to, but you don't have to. There's really no detriment to doing so. Alright, here comes a gigantic enemy. Oh, I got 2 of them here. Excellent. Sentinels are also one of the daily quest objectives usually. So the fact that there was 2 of them right there is really nice. Oh, okay, it's not an objective today, but sometimes it is. Oh, hello.
Learn to duck. You're in over your head.
There's another gigantic creature. Excellent. Yeah. No, looky who showed up. Or I thought he did. Okay, maybe not. Well, these guys still count for my gigantic enemy quest, so I should keep killing those. Ooh. Okay, you see where it says next wave up there at the top of my screen? Some kind of super villain group will spawn. Here we go. And they are all the way up. Ooh, yay! I leveled. Let's go level that up and level this up. Looks like Sabretooth, Rhino, and I can't see. But here's where things can get crazy. So that circle on the ground is my activated ability that I just hit. So lots of damage bonus right now. So honestly, I couldn't even see what I was doing for a moment.
You're just not that bright.
Because it could get kind of crazy.
Your truth and justice won't keep us alive.
So I currently... What the heck is going on here? Anyway. I currently don't have items named on by default. Ooh.
Struggle is futile.
But I can hold down my Alt key and see them, so that's what I'll do sometimes after a big fight. Is I'll just kind of run around and look to see if there's anything I want. Usually, I'm not going to do much with it unless it's a cosmic item, or if it's like one of these Uru forged items. I can open this. Ooh. Yep, not too impressed with the rest of it. Not quite sure if I'm going to actually kill 1,000 enemies tonight. Yeah. So yeah, so my character just got tired and he yelled at me for using too much energy.
Who's cleaning up this mess? So much for focusing on the bad guys.
I think I'm just going to focus on getting my legendary done. Let's see. Yeah. Everything I've done so far just amounts to about 50 enemies. When I have to kill 1,000 of them. That's no fun. Ain't nobody got time for that. There's Colossus. So he's kind of another one of those big brawler characters. Lots of physical damage. Kind of jumps in and punches stuff. from what I recall, he's also strong enough to actually pick up vehicles. Oh, we've got more, more villains. And they're right up here. Got the Hood, Shocker, and I can't see. Here's what my henchmen look like, just so you get an idea. Oh, Electro, not the Shocker. Oh, Taskmaster's the other villain here. Where's he at? Ah, there he is.
Guess I've learned my lesson.
Yeah, so I'm playing Taskmaster, and that was a villain Taskmaster. So Taskmaster is one of those kind of bad guys turned good kind of things. But he was a bad guy when this game first came out, so he's still kind of listed in the bad guy column for what guys can spawn.
Like this? You all want to learn how to not get your asses kicked like that? Enroll in the Taskmaster Institute.
Yeah, so Taskmaster's kind of one of those anti-hero kind of guys. I think that's Star-Lord. Yeah, there's Star-Lord there. He's got his guns, his elemental guns, and he's got Groot following him around. Groot is pretty powerful. You cannot play as Groot, but you can have him fight alongside you. There are these this certain kind of characters called team-up characters, and you can kind of summon them to fight alongside you. That was Punisher that just drove through. This is one of those moments I was talking about where things can just get crazy when stuff keeps spawning. There's Wolverine down there in what appears to be a business suit.
Pay attention, class. This is grade school stuff.
There's Iron Man.
I got the number for damage.
He's got the Hulkbuster costume on, so he's got like this giant set of armor. Looks like he's doing more melee abilities. Oh, he's doing his thing. Alright. Only need one more gigantic enemy. I think Wolverine's just laying waste to the neighborhood. Ooh, is that weird? Okay, we've got Bullseye, I think Gorgon, and is that Elektra? Yeah, up here. just got a party invitation. Might as well accept it. It's not going to hurt. So you see that big red flashing take cover that was over the Iron Man there? Bullseye has this special... Oh, I keep getting frozen by Gorgon. Bullseye has this special ability that he will basically fire one shot, and if that shot hits you, it's basically going to take you out. So, to make things a little bit fair, the game sits there and yells at you, says, take cover because you're about to get shot at by Bullseye. Sounds like there's a bunch of stuff happening over here. Oh, they're gone. Okay. So, yeah. I mean, that's basically Midtown. I still need one gigantic enemy. There's some right up here. I think these are gigantic. Oh, maybe not. I thought they were. There's Hulk. We got Hulk. It looks like maybe... Is that Jean? I think that's Jean Grey? I don't think that's Miss Marvel. So it's similar to me. Oh wait, that's a team up. That's a fire person, I think. Right. Still need one gigantic enemy. Oh! Over here, no. Oh, alright. There's Cyclops. Oh, this guy's gigantic, I think. No! Oh, man. Oh, here's a medkit. There's Silver Surfer there. He's got some pretty good AoE abilities. Still no gigantic creature. I think that's Miss Marvel there, but I'm not sure. Oh. Okay, somewhere a gigantic creature was just killed. And it just auto-loaded another legendary quest for me. Well, how close am I on... Yeah, that's... Whoa! Look at that note. That was... Look at the numbers just going up. Is this counting people that are fighting in my party? No way. I should stay in a party. And I should probably pull my own weight here, so let's see here. I didn't realize I was going to get a bonus like that. Oop. That's really nice. 20 seconds before the next villain group spawns. What do we have? Hood? Okay. Hood, Rhino, and... I can never remember this guy. Living Laser, yeah. Oh, what's that guy? Deadpool. Yeah, Deadpool's down there. No! Ooh, that was close. See Rhino's big ability there where he charges like that? If that hits you, it'll take you out in one hit. So you want to stay out of... Sometimes that rubber banding happens. I jumped out of the way, but my mouse was still down below, so I ran back that way. So, just have to run back. People can resurrect you when you die, but in the middle of combat like that, it's kind of hard. Might as well head down this way. Yeah, it can get kind of crazy when there's so many people. Oh, there's the hood. Oh well. So what happens is, so many people come charging down to wherever the bosses have spawned, that they just drag all these creatures with them behind them, trying to, you know, take them out. So they're always left with a ton of creatures converging on our area when we fight bosses. And there's always this, like, 5-minute cleanup, it seems. It's not really 5 minutes, but it just seems like forever. This goes on and on and on. I bet we got a lot of creatures killed. Yeah. Oh my goodness, look at that number.
Again with the crazy?
Those elites. Oh! Only need 250 of the elites. Oh my goodness, I'm going to actually hit that goal tonight. That makes me happy. Oh, I hear a sentinel. There.
Learn some new moves.
There's usually a bunch of guys sitting in here. Yeah, these guys are, you know, kind of annoying, so that's why I put up my big ability. It's not my ultimate. I always save that for a big fight. But, yeah, see this little circle? Yeah. How close are we? Ooh, we did the elites, now we just need the regular enemies, and that looks very doable at this point. Here comes a bunch.
I know that hurts.
Hail Hydra.
We are Legion.
Yes, you are. Smart people usually try to dodge those. The game is literally just sitting there telling you, get out of the way of this thing that's going to happen. I always ignore it. Kind of like that. Generally, though, the stuff in here is not really hard enough to kill me at this level. And how powerful this character is. Here we go. Malekith and Curse. Ooh, they're kind of tough. They summon these big guys, too. Oh, we got lots of lag. That's a lot of lag. I need the big guns. Here comes the hired help. Well, that took long enough. There's Curse right there. This is so laggy, it's kind of hard to see where my mouse is. Okay, one of them has been taken out. He has the worst scream, too. Ah! He kind of hurts a bit, but at this point, we'll be fine. Okay. Oh, I keep forgetting to pick up the medkits.
Well, look what I found.
Sometimes I'll pick up the medallions just to kind of have the mega points. So mega points is a different kind of character progression. I think that's what that is. Yeah. Oh, we must have completed that daily quest while we were fighting the supervillains because it's rolled over to a new set. That makes me very happy. In that case, I am heading out of here. I'm going to leave the party. And you would do that by, you see there's a little mouse button up here. You right click on it and you click on leave party. Done. So, Omega points. So you saw I picked up that Omega point, which I was probably awarded by completing that daily quest. So the Omega system is kind of an additional progression that you can do. And there's a lot of different kinds of augmentations for your hero. I'm going up the human augmentation. I started with the Deathlock program. So I put some points into that, and I now have plus 11 damage on physical attacks. I then moved up to the X-Tech Op Cybernetic Body upgrades. So that gives me 22 damage rating on physical attacks and 22 physical defense. And then that unlocks then the next thing, which is Goblin Formula. But look at that. It says next rank cost 300 points. And I have 16. So
we both killed a bunch of people, Wolverine. Why do people have a problem with me?
So right now I'm focusing on actually leveling my character to 60. So I'm collecting experience points right now. I can click on this. Okay, so now it's showing me the Omega system experience. And now I would be collecting Omega point experience. But I'm going to keep that as regular level experience for now. Ooh, that's interesting. Okay, yeah. So that I can get to, level 60. Yeah, so that's basically... So this is Marvel Heroes. It's free to play. Go to marvelheroes.com. Just do a Google search for Marvel Heroes. I think technically it's called Marvel Heroes 2015. But yeah, so it's completely free to play. While you do play, you pick up these items called Eternity Splinters. I currently have 171. And I had 0 a week ago. It'll be a week so it'll be a week like 3 days from now. So basically, I've been playing this character for about 5 days. And in about 5 days, I've collected 171 Eternity Splinters. And I spent 200 to buy this hero. So I didn't even have to use real money. I could just use the in-game currency to buy heroes. Just by playing the game, you get more currency to then buy new heroes if you want to. So I think I showed this vendor earlier, but the Eternity Splinter vendor, you can buy some items, but then you can also just buy heroes themselves, and they have different point costs. I think they do rank them just depending on overall ability. I don't think they're necessarily the flavor of the moment kind of ranking, because you can see Doctor Strange 600, Ghost Rider 600, Hulk 400. So if we were to look at, let's see what Rocket Raccoon is only 400. You would think, Guardians of the Galaxy just came out. Rocket Raccoon would be, more expensive, but they don't inflate the cost like that. They just base the cost on the power of the character. So I think that's pretty cool. And if I wanted to, I can save up and get to 400 of these Eternity Splinters, and then spend them on Rocket Raccoon if I wanted to, or Nightcrawler, or Mrs. Marvel, whatever. If I wanted to spend another 200, I can get Thing, Scarlet Witch, which I think I already have Scarlet Witch. Probably kind of exhausted the cheap ones. That's basically all I do, is that when I get to enough to buy one of these, I just buy it. I should save them for the expensive ones, but I can get Daredevil if I wanted to pretty soon. Or Black Widow. Oh, is that a team up to... No, that's the playable character. That's cool. I might just save it for a team up. I might get the Groot team up. Might do that. I don't know. I'm gonna look into what abilities they give. You can also, for, I don't remember how much, it's cheaper. You can buy a random. You can buy a random hero. Random hero unlock 175. So if I wanted to save up 4 more splinters and then just buy that and see what I get, I could end up with a hero that costs 900 splinters. But that's just playing the roulette wheel on that. I'm not a huge fan of just getting a random hero, because it can actually give me a token for a hero I already own, and that would be a big bummer. So anyway, so the Eternity Splinters are kind of the in-game currency that matches with the real currency, with real money. And like I said, the only thing that you actually have to use real money to buy is stash space. So I think that's pretty cool. You can do all the rest of this just from playing the game. So I think I'm going to end it here. I got another one of those loot boxes. I'm going to stick it in my stash, and that'll pretty much be it for the night. Stick these in here. Oh, what do we have here? Alright, I'll check out the rest of this later. Okay, I'll talk to y'all later.